right. The organization means two or more people come together in order to pursue a common and predetermined goal. Means the goal has to be achievable, attainable, smart, realistic, time bound, right. Now, I am going further about the forms of business organization, right. Why they have divided the main objective to divide business of or business organization in different forms means the liability will be different, the taxation system will be different, and the structure will be different, the operation system will be different. Because of all these reasons, the business organization has been formed different forms, right. So, the business organization is a legal entity, it is not an individual, it is not a natural person, it is a legal entity and also artificial person, right. That defines the structure and operation of a business. Particular business, they can define that what could be the structure, what the operational activities the involved in the particular business. Different forms of different distinct advantages, different advantages are having, disadvantages having, and impacting the liability and the taxation system involved in a particular form of organization and management. The management is nothing but management tactfully, efficiently. Here men in the sense different people of an organization, right. Having said that, let me also provide you the first form of the business organization is a sole proprietorship. The name itself indicates sole means single. So, the sole proprietorship is the simplest form of the business structure. See, it is easy to set up, easy to implement and easy to identify. The sole proprietorship, it is owned and operated by a single individual. Not more than one person is going to operate all the activities of the business. The owner is personally liable for all business debts. Debts means obligations. What they have, debts and obligations. The main purpose of sole proprietorship is easy to establish the organization, easy to operate the organization, easy to handle the situations, convince the people, tackle the consequences of a particular organization. Having said that, let me also emphasize on what are the pros and cons, means what are the advantages and disadvantages of a particular sole proprietorship. So, as I told you earlier that it is easy to set up. The only one person can easily set up the business and complete control of total activities. The only one person, no boss, no other person is involved in that. He can take decisions independently. So, no need to depending on the decisions of the other persons. He can complete control of all the operating activities. Minimal paperwork, direct profit retention. Whatever the profit he is going to earn, he is going to keep it with himself only. What are the constructs, means cons? The unlimited liability means whenever the sole proprietorship is in falling debt trap, then obviously the personal assets will also be attached to the concerned debts, right. So, that is a unlimited liability. Limited access to capital, because the sole proprietor is not raising funds from the public. So, the capital, the resources, the funds which are getting from the sole proprietor is very minimal, means it is a limited access to the capital and difficult to raise the funds. He can't raise the funds even if you go to the particular organization, particular bank or particular thing, means they may not get the total funds from them, right. Owner responsible for all aspects of the business, whether he is going to get the profit, whether he is going to get the loss, whether he is going to fall in debt or is getting more profits, all things, all activities, he is only responsible for that. Having said that, one more form of organization, in fact it is also very significant, that is partnership. Partnership is not a single person. A partnership involves two or more individuals who agree to share the profits, depend on the partnership deed. Whatever they are going to agree, that will be mentioned in the partnership deed. How they are going to share the profits, that will be mentioned in the partnership deed. The shared profits, losses and responsibilities of a particular business, right. Partners can be general or limited with varying degrees of liability and involvement. For example, here I am going to tell you about the limited liability partnership before I go for this, right. Limited liability partnership is normally the partnership liability is unlimited, whereas limited liability partnership is having all partners have a limited liability, but partners are still responsible for the debts of other partners. right. Then I am moving for the general partnership, means in the general partnership, profits partners are share equally in profits and losses and all have unlimited liability, right. The limited partnership, one or more partners have limited liability, while one or more partners have unlimited liability. This is in toto about the partnership. Having said that, let me move on to corporation. So, this is a separate legal entity from its owners. So, the corporation is nothing but owners are different and corporation is a different, considered a person in the eyes of the law. So, this corporation is this not, it is not a natural person, it is an artificial person. It is also considered as a person in the eyes of law. It provides limited liability to the shareholders who own shares of the corporation's stock. Right. What are the advantages? It is having the limited liability, easier to raise capital, perpetual existence. Here perpetual means permanent in nature. Men may come and men may go, but the company goes on forever. Similar nature is also having to the corporation. Men may come and men may go, but the corporation goes on forever. Right. And potential growth, existence, right. What are the disadvantages? More complex to form. Double taxation system means if you are going to get the profits, first you need to pay the tax. Again, when you are spending different activities for the same amount, again you are going to pay the tax. So, double taxation system, corporate and personal income. So, more regulation, corporation is going to pay the corporate tax, again you have to pay the whatever income, what are the profits you are going to get, again you have to pay the tax. The double taxation system is involved in this. More regulations, the complete regulations given by the government of India. So, potential for agency problems, right. So, different problems are involved in this. Having said that, let me also provide you limited liability company. The company itself is having the limited liability, means the limited liability in the sense whatever the liability they are going to occur, they are going to get, that should be limited to the share capital of that particular person. What is the share and involved in that particular, that will be the limited liability company. See, an LLC offers limited liability protection for its owners, members, while providing flexibility in management and taxation. It combines features of both partnership and a corporation. So, the company is an artificial person, it is a separate legal entity, it is having the perpetual succession, it is a limited liability, liability to the extent of their share value only. Whenever there is any liability, the liability should not be attached to the personal assets of an organization or personal assets of a particular person. So, how it will be formed? So, you have to file the articles of our organization with state and creating operating agreement. You have to provide memorandum of association, articles of association. When we are going to raise the capital, you have to give prospectus. So, the taxation system, coming to the taxation, in terms of taxation system, owners can choose to be taxed as a partnership or corporation depending on their preference. Right. So, the liability, as I told you, it is having the limited liability. Members are shielded from personal liability for business and obligations. Right. Having said that, one more thing I would like to emphasize, that cooperative societies, it is a business owned and operated by its members. So, who are also its customers. Right. So, they are only the members and they are form the cooperative activities. It focuses on providing goods or services to its members at fair prices and sharing profits among them. The cooperative society is a business owned, operated by its members. They are going to provide the goods and services at fair prices to the customers. Once they get the profits, they are going to share among the members themselves. Right. What are the different cooperative societies are there? For example, agriculture cooperative societies, what they will do? Farmers pool resources for marketing, after that they will do the processing and they are purchasing supplies. Right. Housing cooperatives, right. Members own and manage their housing units collectively. Once they get the profits, they are distributing profits among themselves only. Worker cooperatives, right. Employees own and manage the business, sharing profits and decision making power. Right. Employees, they will do their own and manage the business, sharing profits and decision making power. Right. After that, they will also have one more cooperative society, that is a consumer cooperatives. Members collectively own and operate retail stores or other business to provide goods or services with affordable prices, fair prices, and all these things. This is total about the cooperative societies. Right. Having said that, let me also provide you one more business form of the organization, that is a non-profit organization. The name itself indicates it is a non-profit. The organization is not for profit motive, it is totally for non-profit motive. Right. Non-profit organizations are formed to serve public purpose and are exempted from paying federal income taxes. They rely on donations and grants from the different operations. The mission, what is the mission for this? See, specific for the social, environmental and cultural issues. Activities, what they are going to engaging in the activities aligned with the mission, such as providing services, advocacy or research. Impact, it strives to create positive change with its common community and beyond itself. This is the what you call the comparison: sole proprietorship, unlimited liability, personal income tax, sole owner. Partnership, it is a general, unlimited, limited. Partners share profits and losses accordingly as per their partnership date, partnership decision making. Corporation, it is a limited, double taxation, boards of directors and officers are involved. Limited liability company, the liability is limited, pass through the through our corporate members or managers are involved in the management. Cooperative, it is a limited liability, pass through the taxation system, members are collectively managed. Non-profit organization is limited, tax exempted, board of directors are involved in this. This is what you call about the forms of the business organization. Thank you one and all.